Hello.
Hello.
Welcome. We are enduring in our leadership.
We are enduring in our leadership.
We are leading our own lives by making this and having committed to this video
Every day
series.
is an endurance test.
It really is. And like you being a leader of your own life and being like, should I eat this or that? Should I sit here or sit there? I don't know.
It's true. That's endurance.
You have to make choices. And a leader makes choices.
A leader does make choices.
A person's dignity and a leader's success is tested by his endurance level. Mm-hmm. Will and determination reflect the power and majesty of the human spirit, the strength of one's sovereignty. Mm-hmm. How determined am I in reaching my goals?
How determined?
This is an interesting one, because it also involves knowing when to stop going for those goals, I think, too.
Yeah.
Because, for example, I was a music major, and I thought I would be in the London Symphony Orchestra and be a professional musician and stuff like that. And then I just was, from going to various competitions, I was like, I'm good, but I'm not that good. I don't want to practice for 6 hours a day, and like so many of the major musicians do. And I'd rather just play with friends and stuff than have to worry about it paying my bills and stuff, as my professor would always say. And so I stopped, and so it's I was determined for a while, and then I decided this is not what I want anymore. So it's okay to give up on things too.
Yeah. I mean, that's one of the things that I think about. I think at the beginning of any endeavor, we're always super determined, and then as we continue on, we have to decide if this endeavor actually reaches our ultimate goals, or if this endeavor is not actually the goal. Mm-hmm. And so I have a lot of endurance as far as my ultimate goals, but sometimes the activities that I'm doing aren't really in service of that goal, and so it's time to drop those things and make better choices. But I think that's also endurance, right? Choosing what works and what doesn't.
Yeah, I have a goal of paying down my debt and paying off my debt, my student loans and things like that. And so that meant giving up activities like the dojo that I was going to and stuff like that, as I am trying to put one. Oh, also I got a car, so it's instead of, I would rather pay towards a car than pay towards the dojo. I'll pay both of them at the same time because they're the same price. So my ultimate goal is that I will have no debt, and then I sometimes have to give things up in order to reach that goal.
Yeah.
How strong, but otherwise, as far as reaching my goal, I don't know, I'm pretty determined.
Yeah.
How strong is my conviction to fight for a dignified cause?
Very strong. I'm very convicted.
I know yours is really convicted. I feel I don't know, it's harder for me. I don't really commit as much as I should, because for me, my number one, I guess number 1 and 2 goals are education for all and the environment and awareness and stuff like that. But I don't do enough. I'm not out there, and also I kind of don't want to. I don't want to be at a rally or whatever every weekend and things like that. I don't know. I could do more to fight for these things.
But that doesn't mean you have to figure out what is right for you, right? Where is your personal sovereignty with those things? Going to a rally is not necessarily right for you. Just in general, that's not who you are.
Yeah.
But educating others in the workspace or in your own little area, making sure that that's more sustainable, that's something that's totally within your bounds. And I feel you do that.
Yeah. Just that. Okay. Yeah, that's helpful.
Yeah.
Small endeavors, I guess. How confident am I in myself? Is my lack of endurance a result of my low self-esteem? How confident am I in myself? It really depends on different areas.
Yeah.
I'm so confident in my talents, art and whatever, but then I'm not confident in social settings or certain other places. When I go to certain acting workshops or whatever, and I see everybody else and they talk about what agents they have and things like that, and I'm well, I'm not as far along, and I haven't been in that many video games, and I don't know. Then I start to lose confidence when other people are that much more talented or accomplished, I guess. And maybe they're not more talented, but they are more accomplished and honed than I am. And so, even though it's good to surround yourself with people who are better than you in a way, so that you can rise to that level, it's also intimidating too, and makes you feel worthless.
It's funny. I mean, I feel very similarly because I can be super confident in so many areas, but when something doesn't go right, immediately I'm I suck. everything sucks. I'm the worst. I'm the worst person ever. And I get really self-conscious and like really stressed out. And I think that this question is my lack of endurance, a self-confidence issue rather than like a willpower issue. I think that's where I am not willing to endure as much, because I get so insecure that I go, I'm not going to do this anymore. This thing that I thought that I could do, I don't feel good about it. I suck, and I'm not going to do it anymore.
Is there something that you've given up because of that? Or have you always come back in the end?
I generally come back in the end because I have such a great support system, and they're like, Hayley, you're fine. Like, just do the thing. Like, okay, amazing example. When I first started playing guitar, I had to do it for work. It was like for work. And I had never felt so bad at anything in my life. I was so bad at it. Jordan, I was so bad. And I would give up so quickly. I would like practice for like 5 minutes. I'd be like, I can't do this anymore. I suck.
Aww.
And I remember like the guitar started feeling like an obstacle for me instead of like something to help me. And it took me months of playing in front of people, even though I felt like I sucked, to get to the point where like I could actually play. And now it's not so bad. But I do still have a little bit of that, like when I'm playing guitar, I'm like, my fingers aren't moving fast enough. It's not going. So
oh yeah,
it's
like,
really funny.
When I play guitar, because now I don't have the calluses anymore, I'm like, oh, it hurts. Oh, it hurts. That's all I can
It does
think.
hurt.
But yeah, like,
why do you have to fight through pain in order to play an instrument?
I know. Like, I think violin would be easier because the strings aren't as heavy, and so it'd be easier to push them down. But then they don't have frets, and so it becomes difficult
To know where.
Yeah, that's why violin is hard. Is my lack of endurance a result of low self-esteem? Yeah, sometimes, but I don't know. No, not normally. Other times, like, especially like in dating, I'm like, I'm gonna continue looking for the man, but like I'm gonna find someone that a long time ago it might have been a self-esteem thing, but now today it's more like I gotta find someone that's worthy of me and as awesome as I am.
Yes.
And like, where is
Thank
this
you.
guy? He's got to exist somewhere, because if I exist, he must exist.
Oh, yes.
That's what I think.
I like that. If I exist, he must exist.
Or I think about like when I go to places where you're not expected to meet them. Like, people are like, go to places where young people hang out, and I'm like, well, I'm gonna go to Temple, and I'm gonna go to, like, I don't know, this flea market, and I'm this things that I want to do. And so it's like, if I'm there,
He
places,
should be there.
like things that I like he's gonna like stuff that I like. That's my goal.
I like that.
Do I mask my insecurities by finding other excuses for my low endurance level? That sounds like what procrastination is.
Yes.
For most like perfectionists.
Yeah.
Do I mask my insecurities by finding other excuses? For my low endurance level, though?
I don't think so. Like, that phrase specifically doesn't work, but I do mask
Yeah.
my insecurities in other ways.
Yeah, like I will go do, like, when I should be doing this other thing, I don't know, like, project that I'm working on, I'll go clean the house because I don't want to work on it or something like that. But so it's like, that's nothing to do with endurance.
Yeah, I never get so much done as when I'm trying not to do something else.
Yeah, I know, I'll be like, I'm going to clean everything today. The mirrors
needs to get
and the
cleaned.
dust and like, yeah.
I have this paper to write, but trust me, I really need to, like, clean and organize my space.
I know. I think there's a SpongeBob episode about that too, where he's trying to write an essay and he does
Yes.
everything else, and then he just writes the letter T, like, really beautiful, and yeah.
that.
It's such a great show in so many ways. But yeah, so yeah, I do mask insecurities, but not because of endurance.
No.
I don't know. I feel like I have extra energy in so many ways. Exercise for the day.
Mm-hmm.
Act on something that you believe in, but have until now been tentative about. Take the leap and just do it.
Ooh, all right, I'm going to start the podcast.
Good.
Yeah.
I'm going to write, I guess. Like, I want to write an autobiography.
Right.
And I don't know where I'm going to publish it, but I got to write it first.
Write it first.
Yeah. So, like, I want to write about, like, life in the 90s and, like, capture these things that are gone now.
Do it.
And stuff like that. Like, I was thinking about writing it just until I turn, like, from, like, 0 to 30. And so that I have something I can focus on just the beginning of my life, essentially.
I love that.
Yeah. Cool.
Do it.
Thank you for joining us. We'll see you tomorrow.
See you tomorrow. Bye.